Welcome to Keep Trucking Personal, where we invite you to explore the heart and soul of our company, Kivi Brothers Trucking. Through engaging storytelling, insightful market updates, and vibrant energy, our podcast reflects our culture, values, and achievements. Whether you're a team member or industry enthusiast, join us to build connections, foster growth, and inspire excellence. Discover why we're more than just a company. We're a community, a catalyst for positive change, and a home for those aspiring to be part of something extraordinary. The pre-trip is complete and engines ready. We're set to hit the road on the Keep Trucking Personal podcast. Let's go.
Hey, one of the greatest lessons I've learned in life and in trucking is that the people who pour into others without expecting anything in return, they're the ones who really make a difference. Not because they have to, not because there's a prize at the end, but because they choose to. And when I think back on my journey, I can't help but think about all the people who've poured into me. Not for recognition, not for gain, but simply because they believed in me. And back in my early days, outside of my parents, right, they both taught me a lot about life and a lot about hard work and a lot about getting your hands dirty. But back in my early days when I was in our shop, I was young. I was extremely young. And I had Mike Foerst who taught me everything. He taught me how to turn a wrench. He taught me how to be a good man, how to be an honest man. And he held me to high standards. I did not ask for that, right? Like, this was not only his character, this was just who he was. And I didn't ask for it up front, but he saw an opportunity to pour into somebody that needed it. He knew that I needed that structure. He knew that I needed to be held to a higher standard, and he did it. And he did it without recognition, without gain. He did it because he wanted to. And he taught me a lot about where I am today, just on the foundation. Hey, you're late. Why are you late? Well, I overslept. Come on now, this isn't going to cut it. You can't lean on, soft expectations. You better get here on time. And trust me, I had my fair share of late mornings. I had to learn through, holy crap, I'm late. I better bust my butt and get into work as soon as possible. Hope that I didn't mess up a job, because you know how it is as a truck driver. You show up to a shop and somebody says your appointment's at 7 a.m. and you get there and your tech's not there. What kind of look is that? That's hard to trust, right? So not only was my trust between Mike and I had to be high, I had to maintain a high level of discipline so that I could make sure that my job and I met the standards that were expected of me at my job. So he gave so much to me, and I know he doesn't know this, but he did a lot. And then when I continued to move forward, once I stopped driving and went back in the office, I think of Derek. Derek spent so much time with me, and he taught me so much about operations and what it means to be successful and how to be profitable and how to make decisions and how to do things and how to consolidate freight, how to operate equipment, all of it. I mean, if you think about it, I was alongside him shoulder to shoulder for many years. I even lived with him. That's how gracious he was to me, and that's how much he helped me. And I know he didn't do it for a big prize. He wasn't expecting a certificate or an award to put on his wall. He just did it because that's who he is. And I think he does that to a lot of people. But he did it to me, and it's something that I'll never forget. And you can see the theme here, right? These people keep pouring into you without expecting anything in return. And it helps build you up and stuff that I'll never forget. And you can continue to move forward. When I met my wife, Kaitlyn, and to this day, she still believes in crazy ideas that I have. She's not afraid to tell me if it's foolish and what are you doing? And did you not consider this type of failure to happen or opportunity? Like, what is it going to take to be successful here? And she gives it to me as it needs to be, but she always believes in me. She's taught me so much and keeps pouring into me day after day after day. And it keeps building me up and building me up to be a better man. And you can continue to see this happening. I have another example. In recent times, Swan Webb, who's a data scientist, has taken so much time out of his schedule to help teach me how to not only understand data, right? Data is building blocks of any trucking company. If you don't understand how they're put together in your backend, if you don't understand how to assemble it, and if you don't understand how to read it, what good is it, right? And he's taken that and simplified it down from very technical terms to very realistic and simple terms and helped me build through it and spent countless hours. I can think of the times when it was the weekend, after hours, even during the day, when people have things to get done, we would spend time on the phone or in a meeting and go through one by one by one. And he would teach me just like a professor. He gave it to me and helped me walk out of that room a smarter man. And those people did not get certificates. They continued to just give. And we live in a world where too often people ask, what's in it for me? But the truth is, some of the most meaningful success you're ever going to have won't come with a paycheck, a pat on the back, or a pot of gold at the finish line. If you give only when there's something to gain, you'll never experience the deeper kind of fulfillment that comes from building others up. And think about it. Every person you meet is fighting a battle you do not see. And a word of encouragement, a smile, a little patience, or simply just showing up like those did to me can be life-changing for someone else. And that's how we create better teams, better trucking companies, better truck drivers, better communities, better people overall. Who doesn't want that, right? Because in trucking, this hits close to home. How many times do you pull into a location and wonder, am I going to be treated with respect today? Because it's unfortunate that we see it every day, people who don't respect you. And here's the truth. If you're sour now, you'll stay stuck. If you want to live a life full of gratitude and happiness, you have to give, even when it's not easy. Pour into others, lift them up, treat people better than they expect to be treated. You just never know. The person you pour into today might be the person who changes your life tomorrow. And when you pour into people without expecting anything back, something amazing happens. And you start to see that ripple effect, how kindness and mentorship and generosity, and they echo further than you'll ever know. And Mike, Derek, Kaitlyn, Swan, they probably didn't realize just how much their time and energy shaped who I am today, but I do. And what's the best way to honor that? That's to keep pouring into others. Keep giving your best, even if there's no pot of gold waiting at the end. Keep trying hard. So this week, ask yourself, who can I pour into? Not because you have to, but because you can, because you have the opportunity. That's how we keep trucking personal.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Keep Trucking Personal. We appreciate you taking the time to explore the heart and soul of Kivi Brothers Trucking with us. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review to let us know your thoughts. Tune in next time as we continue our journey together, diving deeper into what makes us a community, a catalyst for positive change, and a home for those who aspire to be part of something truly extraordinary. Until then, keep trucking, and we'll catch you on the next episode.